Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I'll be letting you know the Blues versus Hurricanes starting lineup and reserves for their upcoming fixture on Saturday night. But if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But nonetheless, let's get straight into these lineups. So this game, it was going to be taking place on Sunday originally, but because of the Chiefs versus Moana Pacifica game getting rescheduled, it did mean that this game is being brought forward to Saturday night, 7:05 PM, and it is also going to be at FORSYTH BARR STADIUM, similar to the first game that we will be seeing of the weekend between the Highlanders and the Crusaders. But this game is the first game for the Blues this season. We didn't see them in action for the first week as their game up against Moana Pacifica was rescheduled, but they've got a very strong starting lineup and reserves for this matchup, including a couple big debuts, which we will get to in a short moment. But first of all, we will look at the fullback. Number 1, Alex Hodgman. Number 2, Kurt Eklund. And then number 3, Nepo Lolala. Then the locks for this one on debut, it is going to be Luke Romano at number 4. Coming from the Crusaders, now gets the opportunity at 4 to start in this match for the Blues. Number 5, alongside him, it will be Josh Goodhue, who he has been a little bit familiar with his brother Jack from the Crusaders. So now getting the opportunity to play with the other brother, but sounds dodgy, doesn't it? But now we'll get the opportunity to team up with the other Goodhue brother in this matchup up against the Hurricanes. Looking through at the loose forward trio, number 6, the captain, Tom Robertson. Number 7, Adrian Choate. And then number 8, it will be the big man, Hoskins Sotutu, who has been very strong in recent years for Super Rugby, coming off the back of a scrum and also bringing that physicality in the breakdown. Now looking through at the back line, number 9 will be Finley Christie. Number 10, Harry Plummer. So waiting a little bit longer before we do get to see Bowden Barrett in that number 10 jersey. Number 11, out on one wing, it will be Caleb Clark. Number 12 will be the debut of Roger Tuivasa-sheck. A lot of people looking forward to seeing that man in action. We were going to get to see him in the Bunnings NBC for Auckland, although we all know how those games went. Unfortunately, all getting postponed, which meant we didn't get to see him in action. The start of Super Rugby, very similar in the postponement, but now he gets his opportunity. And outside him, it's going to be Rieko Ioane at number 13, so a very strong midfield combo for the Blues in this matchup, and that is one thing that the Hurricanes will have to shut down extremely early, or else there could be a lot of points being scored by those outside backs. Looking through it at the right wing now, it is going to be Mark Delia with number 15 being the young up-and-comer Zahn Sullivan. Gets to close out that starting lineup for the Blues. But now looking through at the reserves, they are going to be as follows. Number 16 on debut up against his old side. It is actually going to be Ricky Riccatelli, so he is transferred to the Blues for the Super Rugby Pacific season. So that will be interesting because he has actually played for the Hurricanes for quite a long time. So now being at the Blues up against them, he'll know a few tricks. Number 17, it is going to be Ofa Tuangafasi. And then number 18, Marcel Renata. Number 19, they have decided Sam Derry will get the nod. So two very experienced men in the starting lineup. Sam Derry, one of the younger players in the side, but he is going to be coming off the bench in the later stages. Number 20 for this matchup will be Anton Segner, also on debut for the Blues. So quite a few debuts we are seeing for Super Rugby Pacific, which is great to see all of the young players and also players who have transferred from other clubs making their way into their team starting lineups and reserves. Number 21, they have gone Sam Knock. Number 22, Stephen Perafeta. And then at number 23, to close out the starting lineup and reserves for the Blues, it is going to be Tinielo Talia. But that is the starting lineup and reserves for the Blues, who are considered the home side. Even though this game is being played at FORSYTH BARR, it is still considered a home game for the Blues. And now the away side for this match, the Hurricanes, they are going to be as follows. Number 1, it is Pori Rakiti Stones. Number 2, Asafa Moa. And then number 3, Tyrell Lomax. Now for the locks, they have actually stuck with what they went with last week in their game up against the Crusaders. James Blackwell at 4, and he is bringing up his 50th cap for the Hurricanes also. And then number 5, it will be Justin Sangster, who we did get to see make his debut last week in that match up against the Crusaders, which was a very even contest at times. 42 points to 32 in the end for the score, so a very high scoring one, and this game might be no different. Number 6 for this match, it will be Reed Prinsep. Number 7, Blake Gibson on debut up against his old side, so we're seeing quite a bit of that in Super Rugby, how one guy gets transferred to another team and then straight away he's actually got to play up against his old side. We saw it for Josh Ioane at the Chiefs. We are going to see it now for Ricky Riccatelli and Blake Gibson, who are both coming up against their old sides. Number 8 for this game, it is going to be the captain, Artie Savia. Now looking through at the back line, number 9 will be Jamie Booth once again. Number 10, Jackson Garden Bishop does get the nod to start this game rather than Ruben Love. Number 11, they've gone Salesi Reasi, a player who missed out last week, now gets the opportunity to start. Number 12, they've actually gone with something completely different in the midfield. Number 12 will be Julian Savia, and then number 13, it will be Balin Sullivan. So actually going with a whole new combo in at the Hurricanes camp. Number 14, out on the other wing, it will be Wes Houston, and then at number 15, it will be Geordie Barrett. But that is the starting lineup. Now we look through at the reserves, and they are going to be as follows. Number 16 is Jacob Devery, a young player for the Hurricanes that not too many people know about, but he is very capable of being able to get something going in the later stages of a game. Number 17, Xavier Numia, and then number 18, it will be once again Ben May in his 101st match. Now he's going to keep on going to 150 at this rate, Ben May, and he is still playing very well for his age. Number 19, can you say that as that ageist? I don't know. Then number 19, it will be Devon Flanders, with number 20 being Braden Iosi. It's very hard for them to be able to pick who they want to have as that loose forward replacement, as both of those two men can easily fit into that starting lineup or come off the bench and have a real impact. So they have decided, why not just pick both for this matchup. Number 21 will be Richard Judd. Number 22, Ruben Love, who was in the starting lineup last week. So him and Garden Bishop have just switched around. And then number 23, to close out the starting lineup and reserves for the Hurricanes, it is going to be Peter Umaga Jensen. But those are the two lineups. Now we just have to wait till Saturday night, 7:05 p.m. at FORSYTH BARR STADIUM. We do get to see these two sides in action, and it should be a very exciting opener to the season for the Blues, and also maybe redemption for the Hurricanes after their loss to the Crusaders. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be here for our watch-along live stream on Saturday night. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.